Okay, first we're going to start out with points, lines, and planes. Okay, points, lines, and planes. What's a point? A dot. I'm going to go and draw a dot. You think that's a point? Okay, point. How about a line? It's a. What's a? It's a line with arrows on the end. Oh, look at you getting all fancy on me. Never-ending lines. That's what the arrows mean, right? How about a plane? How can I represent a plane? Bzzz, you know what else? No. Oh, it's like the little box thing, right?
Two-dimensional square.
Oh, two-dimensional square. Okay, there you are. So we would say that represents a point, or that's a point, that's a line, and that's a plane. Great? Okay. Now, you're probably going to get mad at me, but I'm going to tell you right now that that's not a point. And that's not a line. Nor is that a plane. Okay? Because, and I'm going to tell you why. Ready? Because points, lines, and planes are undefined terms. They're undefined terms. What makes them undefined? Because points, lines, and planes, they don't have any shape. There can't be a width or height to them. If I were to get a small ruler, I could take it up there and measure that dot, couldn't I? If you can measure it, then it's not a point. A line goes on forever. Right? Did I quit drawing? Sure I did. I just threw those arrows on there to show you that it goes on forever. But is that a line? Because a line, again, doesn't have a width, doesn't have a height. Can I measure that? Can I measure the height of it? Even, the height of it? Not saying how long it is, but even just the height of it. You could, if you got your small enough ruler up there, you can measure it. So that's not a line. This here is not a plane. Because a plane doesn't have any borders. Do you see borders on that? Sure you do. Okay? These are what are known as representations of a point. Representation of a line. And a representation of a plane. Okay? So these are examples and descriptions to which we try to our best to explain what these things are. All right, let's talk about a point real quick. A point has no shape nor size. You can write that even if I don't. A point has no shape nor size. A point is named by a capital letter, A. So we can say that that represents point A. Not all points are A. I just chose A, right? You could choose whatever letter you'd like, but it would be a capital letter. What is a line named by? I'm sorry? 2 letters. Right. It's going to be represented by 2 letters. Now, let me show you something real quick. We'll call that point D. We'll call that point E. And we'll call this point F. So I got D, E, and F. Go ahead and name this line for me. Now we just said a line is named by 2 letters. Okay? So, name this line for me. Raise your hand. Go ahead, Mr. Lipsy. EF. Huh? You said D? Okay, I can't hear you. You guys speak up real loud. DF. Now, you could either write the word line in front of that, so line DF, or you could draw the representation of a line over it. So line DF. And yes, those have the arrows. What else can I call that? Raise your hand. Good, Topper. EF. What else can I call that? Sir in the back. Any 2 points. What'd you say? What'd you say? DE. Not done. We still got more. We still got more. Keep coming. Go ahead. Give me one. FD. And then FE. And then ED. Right? Any 2 letters will represent a line. Any 2 points represent a line. So, okay, how about a plane? Let's think about this real quick. How many points does it take to represent a plane? 3? Anybody else? 4? Okay. Let's look at this real quick. I'm going to put some points on here. You said 3, right? I'm going to put 3 points on my plane. This paper is going to represent a plane, okay? Everybody all right with that? Okay. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 points on here. I'm going to name it HIJ. There's 3 points here. So can I name this plane HIJ? Well, let me show you why you cannot. Because I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to create not 1 plane but 2 planes. I'm going to create a vertical plane and a horizontal plane. So this represents the vertical plane. This represents the horizontal plane. Are all 3 points in both planes? They are. They're all on board. So I cannot distinguish which plane I'm talking about just by 3 points. Can I? So how many points am I going to need? 4. Four more, whatever. Same concept. All right, there's 4 planes. All right? And I still fold it in half. This represents my vertical plane. This represents my horizontal plane. Are all 4 points in the same plane? Okay, maybe 5? 6? No? Say it again. There's a word for that. 3 points that are non-collinear. Okay? Non-collinear. 3 points that are non-collinear represent a plane. So, 1 point here, 1 point here, and then it's got to be another point that's not collinear to these. So I could put a point down here. 3 points that are non-collinear. Well, in order to understand what non-collinear means, I guess we need to find out what collinear means. So let's go ahead and write the word collinear. What's in the middle of the collinear? Line. Right. So collinear is points that lie on the same line. So points that lie on the same line. So non-collinear then would represent what? What's the word non mean? Not. So here we can say points that do not lie on the same line. Right? Make sense? And I'm not going to write that down. You go ahead and write that down. So if collinear in the middle of that word is line, are points that lie in the same line, what do you think coplanar means? Points that lie in the same plane. Exactly. So go ahead and write that down for notes. I'm not going to write it down. I'll just let you do it. CO for co, plane, Plane, and then an R at the end. Coplanar. Except you change the E to an A. So COPLANAR. So if coplanar means that the points lie in the same plane, non-coplanar then would mean points that do not lie in the same plane. Okay, the bell is about to ring, so that's the end of class today. There will be no homework today. This will be the only day now to the end of school, besides the last day of every 9 weeks, that I will not assign you homework. So enjoy this last day of no homework. Okay?